New Year's Eve is supposed to feel hopeful, but for Julian it feels heavy. He writes this entry after midnight, pulling us into January 1st and the start of a brand new year. And tonight, the pressure he's been carrying quietly for some time finally starts to surface. Welcome back to the 8th reading in the Wherefore Art Thou Journals series. If you're new here, every Thursday we explore selected passages from Romeo and Julian's private journals, the entries that were never meant for anyone else to read. Before we dive in, if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can follow the journey every week. And don't miss our Monday shorts where I give a sneak preview of what's coming and share extra insights from behind the scenes. And make sure you stick around to the end of the video for a very special announcement. Tonight's entry takes place on New Year's Eve at a party hosted by Julian's aunt and uncle, JJ's parents. The house is busy, loud, and full of people. This is the first time you're meeting Julian's uncle in these readings, though he's been quietly present throughout Julian's entries. The bond between the two of them is strong and strikingly different from the relationship Julian has with his own father. It's hard to believe they're even brothers. For this episode, I'm actually reading Julian's full journal entry, and it's an intense one. His anxiety is building. The secret he's been carrying deep inside is becoming harder and harder to hold on to, and the pressure of this party threatens to push him to a breaking point. Will Julian buckle under it all? Or will something or someone step in at just the right moment? Let's jump into the reading. Sunday, January 1st, 2023. Entry by Julian. Technically, it's still the 31st for me since I haven't gone to bed yet, but Happy New Year. I'm in my room at JJ's house. It's around 1 a.m. and I can hear Maya and JJ giggling. I'm just glad my uncle's still here. We spent most of the evening together, playing DJ and debating songs. It's funny how we both know exactly what we'd never play, but if we set a song at the same time, it had to be on. This week was pretty quiet, mostly hanging out with my uncle. We ran errands on Thursday, and we talked about school and college plans. I'm not sure what I want to do yet, so he suggested taking a year off to travel. He's done a lot of it and said it was life-changing. He even offered to fund my travels, but only if I didn't tell my parents. I wasn't going to take his money, but eventually I agreed. If I don't apply to college for the fall, I'll definitely take him up on it. I love that my uncle never pushes me for personal stuff. He's just the person who always makes me feel like I belong. Later, he insisted we stop for lunch at a steakhouse. No fast food for him. I asked him about his work in Dubai, but he kept it vague, just saying it's hot and a lot of work. Afterward, we got back to his house. He wanted to fix a leaky toilet seat. I offered to help, even though I have no idea what I'm doing. The New Year's Eve party was packed. One girl, about my age, started flirting with me. I didn't really reciprocate. But Tyler noticed and started pushing me to give her my number. I froze. Anxiety kicked in and I couldn't speak. It didn't help that she trapped me in the living room and Tyler made it worse by talking me up. Not exactly the way I wanted to ring in the new year. I finally got the words out and asked Tyler to stop. Thankfully, JJ showed up and swooped in, sitting on Tyler's lap to throw him off. Maya distracted the girl and her boyfriend kept Tyler busy. JJ pulled me away and took me upstairs to her room. I had a panic attack, but she calmed me down and didn't push me to talk about it. She asked me if I wanted to stay in her room or go back downstairs. I chose downstairs. When we returned, JJ went straight to the girl and said something. I don't know what, but the girl left me alone the rest of the night. JJ then had a conversation with Tyler, and he backed down the second she raised a hand. My uncle returned, and JJ told him she handled it, though she accidentally mentioned Tyler had been pushy. My uncle went straight for Tyler, and things got tense for a moment. After stepping outside with my dad, they came back and Tyler apologized. Maya and her boyfriend joined us, and my uncle gave me a thumbs up. He pulled me aside and said if anyone ever hurt me, he'd drop everything to be there to help. I just smiled and thanked him. I wasn't ready to share what's been on my mind yet, but he'll be one of the first I tell when I'm ready to share that I'm gay. The night continued, and as midnight approached, the girl didn't try anything further. Maya and JJ kissed me on the cheek, which was sweet, and Maya's boyfriend seemed a little jealous. My uncle gave me one of his signature lifts for a hug, and we went back to the music. As the party wound down, my parents and Tyler disappeared without saying a word. I didn't wish them Happy New Year, so I guess I was just as guilty. Oh well. Maya's boyfriend was the last one to leave because Maya's staying here. I don't hear any more giggles from JJ's room, so they must be out cold finally. Really, where I should be now too. Not in the room with them, but asleep. The four of us were sitting in the living room, laughing up a storm until my aunt and uncle told us all it was time to keep it down. I imagine we'd have sat there for another few hours. I really like her boyfriend. He's easy to talk to, fits in with our little group pretty well, and has a fantastic laugh. One of those contagious laughs that once it gets started, everyone follows. But for now, I really should get to bed. I'm exhausted. It's been a long-ass day. That, and I haven't had any sleep since last year. Yeah, I went there, so what? JJ continues to be a fierce protector of Julian, and here we really begin to see where she gets it from. Julian has an incredible support system. It just exists outside the walls of his own home, and lately it's been the only thing keeping him afloat. He's had some dark moments along this journey, moments where part of him has started to give up hope that things will ever change. What he doesn't know yet is by the end of January, everything in his life will be different. The interaction with the girl at the party makes something painfully clear. Julian's sexuality, the fear he lives with, and the pressure from his parents and his brother. It all hangs over every moment of his life. And while this is Julian's story, it's one that many people can relate to, that feeling of being pursued when your heart just isn't there. No matter how you identify, almost everyone has lived some version of that moment. I've been lucky to have in my own life a couple of JJs, people who have never hesitated to step in when things get uncomfortable. Writers pull from their own lives all the time, and that influence is sprinkled throughout the series. A friend recently finished reading the book and asked me how much of my own life made its way into Volume 1. It turned into a really interesting conversation. Her next question came quickly. When is the second book coming out? And for the first time, I can finally say this. Volume 2 of the Wherefore Art Thou Journals will be launching by the end of January 2026. The official date will be announced very soon, and also the cover reveal, so stay tuned. If you enjoyed this reading, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next. And let me know in the comments, do you make New Year's resolutions, or do you let the year unfold naturally? And if you want the full story, including everything I don't read here, you can order Wherefore Art Thou Journals Volume 1 through the links in the description or at romeoandjulian.com. Until next Thursday, keep your heart open, your journal close, and your story unfolding.